Hello, it's me, Coco, and I'm here with my little peace warrior, Barley, to give you a little bit of an update on my journey to Germany. I've run into a little hiccup. I don't know how I overlooked this, but I think I've just honestly been so nervous about the upcoming move that I was like skimming over important information. And also the game plan has changed so much. Yes, this is a cookie from yesterday's video, and yes, you should try baking it. It's so good. I just needed a little bit of comfort food for this video. Our original plan was to go in with tourist visas and then do most of the paperwork when we get there. But now, because of the coronavirus restrictions, they have basically closed the borders for everybody except for people who are absolutely essential, and prioritizing those who are essential for fighting the coronavirus in the hospitals, on the ground in Germany. So if I were a nurse and I could work in a hospital where they're treating COVID victims, I wouldn't have really much of a problem. But I'm not a nurse and I'm not gonna be able to get in. That means I need to apply for my visa before I go to Germany. Our best bet is for Ryan to apply for a visa as an IT freelancer and for me to apply for a visa as a spouse. And there are some requirements for the spouse visa, including being able to secure my livelihood, which should be okay, being able to secure housing ahead of time, which thank God, I have a huge blessing that my niece's family in Berlin is going to be able to help us with that. What was the fourth thing? So I have to be a spouse of somebody who has a residence or worker visa, livelihood, housing, and then the fourth thing, which I don't know how I looked over this so many times, but I have to be able to pass an A1 German exam. Now, A1 is the starting level German, but don't let that fool you. This test is not easy, and German isn't exactly the easiest language. It's not too bad for native English speakers because there are so many words that are very similar. It is still very challenging. You have to be able to read, write, listen, and speak to pass this test. But I do have a secret weapon. I actually have been studying German for probably now a year and a half, maybe longer. I don't know, it's been a while. Just a little bit, every day, or at least like most days. The majority of days I have been studying German just a little bit. So the main way I've been able to do it is through Duolingo. I was also using Babbel for a while, and I even paid for the Babbel extended version, but I started at absolute zero German. 0, 0, 0. And when I started, Babbel was actually too hard, and Duolingo is basically just a lot of drills, and then they gamify it. So I was actually able to keep up my streak on Duolingo because of the way they have it set up. Like once I figured out what was going on with the leagues and how the points worked and everything, it really did incentivize it. It gave me the extra push to keep going and keep studying a little bit every day. So now actually, I'm pretty confident that I can pass an A1 German test. I did take a placement test online, and I will not be able to pass an A2 German test, unfortunately, but I can pass the A1, and maybe this is why I overlooked it. I know that I've been studying, I know that I can pass the test when I take it, but the question is, when and where will I be able to take a test? I'm gonna keep doing research, and maybe I can figure this out. Maybe one of you viewers can help me out. If you are screaming at the screen hey, you need to do this, just write it in the comment box because I will very much appreciate that. It looks like the testing centers in the US are closed because of COVID, and I can take the language test outside the US, but you have to register about a month ahead of the actual test itself, and it's limited seating. And they only have a few placement tests a year. I told you guys that we're planning on going to Morocco first, and I'm looking at taking a placement test when we get to Morocco, but the timeline is very different now than what I was expecting. I thought that we were gonna be able to be in Germany in January, and right now it's looking like, at least for me, it's gonna be literally impossible until at the earliest February, but that's only if my visa application goes through super fast. Wish me luck, guys. I'm gonna make a Journey to Germany playlist, so if you're really interested in this and you wanna follow along, just check out the playlist here. It's really short now, but expect it to get a lot longer as the months go on. I really want to be there for my niece, you know? And it sucks that I can't be there. So I'm just gonna stress eat this cookie and pet barley and try to feel a little bit better, but that's the update right now. Oh, we're gonna buy our plane tickets soon, but even that's a whole thing because I need to pack and I need to declutter and I need to get rid of a ton of stuff, and like I don't know how much stuff I can take with me. And now I'm thinking probably not a lot. I probably should only pack a carry-on and a personal item because I don't know how much we're gonna be moving. We might be in Morocco, but before we even get to Germany, we might make stops in other places. Yeah, just a lot of unknown. A lot of unknown, but man, wow, life is so great. Life is an adventure and the world is wide open, even though it's not because of COVID. However, I'm still highly motivated to make this happen. So stay tuned on this channel, subscribe if you want to see more, and give this video a like to give me a little bit of encouragement and support my channel at the same time. Any words of encouragement, really, like any advice, I'm willing to take it. Just like let me know in the comments because I am lost and I'm extroverted and it's hard to do stuff just like by myself, especially when I'm like extroverted and anxious. So just like a lot of things just like rolling around in my head and I'm like, help a girl out. Words of support, advice for Germany, any of that. I'd really appreciate that. But thank you for watching. Thank you for being here for me. Thank you for supporting me. And I'll see you in my next video. All right, bye.
Kira legt nervös ihren Bogen nieder.
Hast du etwas gesagt?
Hast du etwas gesagt?
Ja.
Wir haben seit Tagen nichts gegessen.
Wir haben seit Tagen nichts gegessen.
Wie viele sind in deiner Familie?
Es sind nur ich und meine 2 älteren Schwestern.
Es sind nur ich und meine 2 älteren Schwestern.
Als er gestorben ist, wurde das ganze Geld genommen, um seine Schulden zu bezahlen.
Okay, I'm gonna try this. Unser Vater hat vielen Menschen Geld geschuldet. Als er gestorben ist, wurde das ganze Geld genommen, um seine Schulden zu bezahlen.
Ich
I did
verstehe.
it. If you want to follow me, you can just find me on Duolingo, Coco Shin, and keep me accountable. Make sure I'm still studying my German.